in this video I'm going to be going through a makeup application and adding some sparkle for the holidays. I'm getting ready for my Christmas party and I thought it would be a great opportunity to film it and show you exactly how I put on my makeup for a special event. So anyway, if you're interested in seeing how I added all this sparkle, please stay tuned and I hope you enjoy. Hi, I'm Jacqueline and welcome to Timeless Beauty Studio for the Mature Woman. So in this video, like I had mentioned, I'm going to be getting ready for my Christmas party. So I'm going to be using a little bit of sparkle and some of my new products that I've received lately. And yeah, so it's going to be, I'm excited about getting dressed up and I don't do it very often. So anyway, I hope you enjoy and stay tuned. I just want to mention too that I haven't had a video up in the last couple of weeks. I've been dealing with some health issues and some personal family issues along with working retail at the Christmas season, so it's been pretty hectic. But I did want to get one out before Christmas, specifically because I do want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. So I want to thank my subscribers for joining me, and anybody new watching, please subscribe to my channel. So let's just get started into this makeup. So, okay, I just want to mention first of all too that I do have, just to save a little bit of time, I have put my foundation on, and I'll mention to you what I am wearing. So right now what I'm wearing is the MAC Studio Fix, and it's a new, they just came out with some new shades. So this is 6.5 neutral, and I mix it with the Josie Maran Vibrancy because I like to use the MAC Studio Fix. It has some good coverage because I do have some sunspots that I like to cover up, and I find it looks great on the skin. So, but I do mix it with the Josie Maran Vibrancy to add a little bit of vibrancy and a little bit of moisture. So I mix the two together, and that's what I have on my face right now. And I also have curled my eyelashes, and I use my Tarte eyelash curler. So I curl my lashes and I put on my CoverGirl. The first coat I usually use is waterproof in order to keep my eyelashes curled. So I curled them and I used the waterproof Lash Blast here. And what else? I used my MAC Prep and Prime 24-hour, this is the Eyelid Primer, and I really like this one. I find that it definitely helps my shadow stay on longer, and it doesn't dry out my lid or anything like that. So I use this. Now I'm going to be putting everything down below for you so you know what I am using. And what else? So I have a sample that I had got, a little small kit of the Tatcha products, so I wanted to try them out. And I have the Luminous Dewy Skin Mist. So anyway, those things I had already put on to start with. I haven't done my brows, and I haven't done any contouring or anything like that. So let's just get started, okay? So I've started with the foundation. So I think what I'll do is just go right into, I want to do a little bit of contouring and highlighting and put my blush, and then I'll go into the eyes. So let's just do that. I like to use my cream contour. Where did I put it? Oh, here it is. So I have the Smashbox contour stick, which I really like, and I have done another video showing you how I contour, and I will put that up there if you're interested in watching it. But right now I'll just do this really quickly and add this to my face. So I start back here, and I draw a line, smile just a little bit, and put a little bit there on each side just to pop those cheeks. And then I will do my nose. I like to do the end of my nose because of it being a bit bigger here. And I also like to do the jowls. So I'll do the stick here, a little bit on the chin, and come up just a little bit here. So then I'll take my brush that I use here. It's flat top brush, and I will blend that in. So it blends so easily, and it's very easy to use. I really like it. So as you can see, I'm just blending it in. Very important to blend it down into the neck. And I'm just going to go along my nose and blend that in. so. And again, when I'm blending the sides, I'm going to go in an upward motion, back and forth and upward. I don't want to bring it down into the cheek here. I want to keep it high, so I'm just blending that in. I will take my beauty blender and I will use that also just to blend it in better at the end there. So, like so. And a little bit here. Again, just upward motion, back and forth into the hair. When I did put my, what I'm going to do in the new year is I will do a separate video on how I apply my foundation, so you can get to see how I actually apply, because I know I've done a couple of videos with makeup that I haven't really done the foundation. It's just that it takes, I don't want the videos to be longer. All right, so I think I got that all blended in. Then the next thing I'll do is I'm going to add a little bit of cream blush. So I'm applying all my cream foundation, cream products first. So I have this little stick here. This is from Annabelle, and this is a cosmetic, drugstore cosmetic line that's in Canada. I know they have it online, but I don't think they sell it in the US. But I just wanted to show you, you can get these different sticks if you're in Canada. And so I'm just going to pop a little bit of color in here. Like so. See, it's got a really pretty pink, I'm not sure if you can see, but a nice pretty pink hue to it. And then I'm just going to take my beauty blender and then blend that in. I know they have more of a coral color too, but I like to match the tone that in my cheeks as what I'm going to put on my lips. So I'm going to be doing two different color lips that I would like you to see which one you like the best. So I'm going to do a red lip or more of a wine color with a little bit of sparkle. So that's at the end of the video. So I've added a bit of that. And then the last thing is I have another stick from Annabelle, and it's more of a highlighting stick. And I'm just going to pop it right on the cheek and up on the, right here on the bone, and just on the cheekbone there, on both sides, and down the nose a little bit on my cupid bow, like so, and then I'll blend that in too. And that just gives a little bit of glow to the face. I really like the finish of that. And it's not expensive either. It's a great dupe for, say, even the Hourglass highlighting stick, which I have too. But I just thought I'd use this today. All right, so I have pretty well finished with that, like my contouring and blush. And I do have a little bit of concealing that I want to do. So a couple new products that I've recently purchased too is the MAC Studio Fix concealers. These are the 24-hour smooth wear concealers. And I didn't have these. These I think are pretty new. And when I tried them, I thought, wow, these are really good concealers because they dry down. You don't really even need to powder them. So anyway, I'm going to use that on the eyes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit on the back of my hand. And this is a light color. I will put the colors down below because I can't read what's on the packaging right now. So I will list it below. So what I like to do is I got my little tiny little beauty blender sponge, and I have it on the back of my hand. And I'm going to put this over the eyelids. So I'm just going to dot this on like so. And this is just to lighten up all the discoloration on the lid. I'm going to go right up to the brow. And this also gives a good base for the shadows. And then I'm just going to pat that in. I don't like anything too thick on my eyelids because of the crepiness. So this is a nice thin concealer. And it spreads on really nice. And as you can see, it's pretty pigmented too. So it's got great coverage. So then I've just popped that on, and I'm going to pat that in with my finger. Like so. just looking in my mirror here. Okay, so, and then I'm going to take a little bit more of that, again pop it on the back of my hand. I don't put it directly on my face because I will use these in my kit too. So I'm going to take a concealer brush, and I'm going to also conceal where I want to highlight actually with this. So I'm going to go around the mouth area into these lines here that I have, because if it's a lighter color, it'll make it come pop out so it doesn't look so sunken. Like that, just around the lips. And I'm going to put a little bit on the top, just to highlight that, and a little bit chin, and the nose. I think I need a little more, so I'm going to put a little bit more, get all kinds of makeup on my hands. I'm going to put a little bit here just to lighten this up a bit, down the nose. And then I'm going to take my beauty blender and I'm going to just blend that in. Like that. Now I'm going to go underneath the eye and add a little bit there. Now I don't typically do quite, like a whole lot under there. Like I don't do the V that you see often the younger girls would be using. I just use a little bit here. I like to go on the outside because lots of times as we age, you get darker on the outside of the eyes. So I'm just going to go out here on both sides. And then again into this area here where it gets dark. I don't have discoloration, so I don't need to conceal, but I do have to highlight that. So if you had to conceal, you would do your concealer before this. So I'm just doing it down into the corner and into those troughs. And then where my glasses sit too. Now if I had bags, I definitely don't want to put that on the bag area because then that would make it come out even more. And just down a little bit on the sides of the nose here, bringing it down. Okay, so then I'm just going to take my little beauty blender here and I'm just going to blend that in. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to even use my finger because I like to use the finger. I find that it just gets into the skin, makes it look more natural as opposed to sitting on, because the heat of the finger will let it sink into the skin better. And make sure that I get it in the corner there. So you can see I've highlighted this whole area basically with the concealer. Doesn't crease, which I really love. This concealer I don't find it creases at all. And I've used it for a while, and yeah, I don't find it creases at all. It's great. So the other concealer I have is more of a peachy color, and I had gotten, and I like to use. I'm gonna wipe that off. So I like to use it on the areas that I have more of the sunspots. So I'm just again going to put a little bit at the back of my hand there. And I'm going to take my Real Techniques brush and I'm just going to pop a little bit in the area where I see these sunspots, like so. I have these veins on the side of my eyebrows there too, and they're blue, so I like to put a little bit of this on too. Alright, so put it over here. A little bit where the blue veins are, and a little bit on those sunspots. There's one sunspot right here that I always have to cover up. A little bit here. There. I think that's good. So concealing eyes and everything around my face, my contouring. I will do the powder contouring at the end because I do add, I do double blush and double contour especially when I'm going out, so it'll last the whole evening. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is my powdering, and I'm going to be using the Hourglass Veil powder, and I have used this before in my other videos, and It's definitely one of my favorites. This one and the Charlotte Tilbury pressed powder, I love that one too. But today I'm going to use this. And I'm going to take my Real Techniques brush here, and I'm just going to take a tiny bit. I don't like to put it on all over. I just put it on mostly my T-zone, and then I'll do my eyes. So I'm going to do just around the eye area here, very lightly. And where I've put my concealer on those veins. And just where my glasses sit too, because I always wear my glasses, so I find I put the powder there and it helps so I don't lose all my foundation there. And just around the mouth area where I highlighted, and the spot where I did my concealing. Alright, so as you can see, I don't use like a whole lot of powder. I just like to use it strategically. And then what I'll do is I will take my Tatcha Skin Mist and I will spritz my face because of all the powder on it. Not that I have a lot. And I'll let that sit. Smells so nice. Okay, so I'm gonna let that dry just a little bit. Okay, so now I'm going to go on to the eyebrows. So I haven't done anything to my eyebrows yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set them first. I always use the gel first, so the shadow, when I put it on, adheres to the eyebrows better. So I'm using the Benefit. This is the brow gel, and it's clear. I can't remember the number. I think it's 3, but I will write it down. It's actually, it's not 3. Sorry. It's clear. I did have one that was colored brown and it was a 3, but this one's clear. So I'm going to run it through my brows. And as you can see, I have a lot of gray in the brows. I haven't done any tinting of my brows lately, so they actually match my hair. All the salt and pepper. So I'm just running it through up in an upward motion. Like so. I don't put a lot on, just make sure that the hairs are covered. I'm going to let that dry a little bit. And while that's drying, like I had mentioned, I had curled my eyelashes and used a waterproof mascara. So another new product that I got is the, it's a microliner, Shiseido microliner. And I could like to use this on my upper waterline. I have used the Hourglass one. It's very fine like this. But I liked it, but I found the Hourglass one kept breaking on me. So it was just a waste of money. And the Marc Jacobs one's good, but it's more money. It's more expensive. So I like this the Shiseido one. So what I'm going to do, make sure I have a little bit up. And I'm just going to run it in my upper waterline here. I find that these fine ones are really easy to use in the upper waterline. Oh, there I go watering now because I just poked myself. And here I was saying the fine ones are easier. Okay. There we go. So that was easy. Other than the fact that I poked myself. Okay, so go back to my eyebrows. So that has dried, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my, I usually have this little palette here, and I have different shades of MAC shadows that I like to use in eyebrows, like so. So there's different shades. So what I like to do is there's one here that's kind of a taupe, and one here more of a brown. I like to mix those two together, and I have a very fine brush here that I use. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the taupe and just a little bit of the brown here. And I'm going to start, I usually start at the arch. And I'm just going to start at the arch here and do small strokes and bring it right into the tail. And then I'm going to, so I started at the top and then I'm going to come down underneath and thicken that up in the arch area right there a little bit because it is quite thin. And then I'm going to go back towards the front part of the brow. And as you can see, it adheres to the brow very easily because I have the gel in there already. So going back in with the taupe, and I'm going over that gray. You know what? I forgot my spoolie that I used to. I know what I can do. I have one in my drawer here. I'm just going to reach in. I have my disposable ones here. All right. So then I take my spoolie and I run my spoolie through that, like so. All right, so go back to this one. I'm gonna start right at the arch and bring it up a little bit higher. I like to try to keep my eyebrows even right across. And then I'm gonna go into that arch area and bring that down just a little bit farther to thicken that. And bring it in here. I think I put a bit too much there. And I take my spoolie and run that through. It's amazing how the spoolie makes such a difference when you run it through your eyebrows. I got something here. I don't know what that is. Anyway. Okay, so that's just as easy as it gets for me with eyebrows. I prefer using the powder to the pencil because I find it's the most natural looking. There. All right. I'm going to take my spoolie and run that through once more. Okay, so then now I'm going to start with the, I have eyeshadows and I have liner. So let me see here. I like to use a gel liner. So I do have the Maybelline New York Eye Studio, which is a good gel liner if you're looking for one. Also L'Oreal has a good one too. This one is in a gray, so I wanted to use a black. So I have the one I have right now is from I got from a cosmetic company, so it's not retail. But anyway, I'm going to use this one, and just to show you, but you can use one of the other, like a Maybelline or L'Oreal gel liner if that's what you want. So what I like to do is take a little bit of that, and what I'm going to do is stamp it into my lash line first before I start my shadows. So I'm going to take my angled brush. Where is it? So I have my MAC angled brush, which is really good for that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit out of here, put it on the back of my hand. Hopefully I won't get it everywhere. And take my angle brush, and I'm going to just get that tip of the angle brush moist with that gel. And I'm just going to stamp it in along here to make my eyebrows look darker and thicker. Now, I find the gel eyeliner easy to use because I only use a little bit and I just stamp it into the lash line. So I'll do this side. Make sure you get right into the lashes though. You don't want that space between the eyelashes and the gel liner. But you know what? I'm going to go over it with a shadow anyway. So if there happens to be a space, just fill it in with your shadow. So like so. And as you can see, it just really darkens the lash line up really nicely. And then what I like to do is I'm going to map out a little bit of a wing. And what I do is I just stamp it like so, because I do have that hood eye area and I want to look straight ahead and I see my crease there. And I'm just going to do a very light flick there. And the same on the other side. I can see my lash curl up here. I'm just going to do a little flick there and just go in that direction that I see that lash. like so. I'm going to go a little bit deeper with that one. And then I'm going to take my Q-tip and I'm going to just shorten that up a little bit because I didn't want it too much winged out. Same with that one. So you can always just correct very easily with a Q-tip. And then I'm going to take my Q-tip, run it in the waterline at the bottom here just to clean that up a little bit. All right. So there I have it. I've just mapped out that little bit of a wing liner. All right. So now we're going to go in with the shadows. So a new product that I got and I was so excited to get. It's a little, actually, I got it for my birthday because I had my birthday December the 4th. And my daughter bought me a gift certificate to Sephora. And this is something I've always wanted. I didn't really want to put my own money into it. And this is the Visi Art Palette, and this is the matte, cool matte actually, the first one they put out. I have a lot of warm colors in different palettes, but I didn't have a lot of cool matte colors. So this is something that I got, and I really love it. And Visi Art definitely is a beautiful shadow. So I know a lot of people can't afford it, wouldn't pay as much for a Visi Art palette when they're used to buying the drugstore. But anyway, I just wanted to use it because I am going to a party, so I thought I'm going to use it. So I'll show you how I use it anyway. So what I'm going to do is start with just under the brow, and I'm going to take this very light vanilla color, or yeah, vanilla white color, and I'm going to just pop it underneath my brow bone here, just to highlight that up right away. And I'll do the other one. Like so. And then what I'm going to do is take a fluffy brush, and I'm just going to take also a little bit of that white and put it on this part of my lid because I'm going to be applying a sparkle there, and I want it to pop. And then I'll just blend that in a little bit. Okay, so then I'm going to use my crease color. And let me see what brush I'm going to use here. Let me see here. Oh, here it is. Again, I will put down the brushes that I'm using. So in the crease, I'm going to start with this color here. And it's more of a taupey, it's a cool taupey pink color. So I'm going to use a little bit of that. And I'm just going to wash it in the upper part of my, above the crease of my eye. So as I'm looking straight forward, I'm making sure that it comes up high enough that I can see it. Bring it in just a little bit into this inside of the eye. It's a really pretty, pretty color. Okay, and I'm going to do the other eye. These shadows go on so nicely, and they don't look like crepey on the eyelids or anything. Like some of the shadows I've used, you can really see the crepiness. Like so. So I'm just defining that crease. And then I'm just going to take my blending brush, my Sephora blending brush, and just blend that in a little bit better. So, all right, now what I'm going to be using today for sparkle is a product that I had gotten a while ago, but I haven't ever used it on a video. So it's called Lit, and there's these sparkles, and it has a little bit of a glue here that you use with it. So it comes, this is a silver sparkle, it's so pretty. So I'm going to use this today. But what I'm going to do before I put that on is I'm going to finish the shadows on the outside of my eyes. So because I'm using silver and possibly a red lip or a berry lip, I'm going to stick to more of the grays in here to outline the outside, or to bring the outside of the eye out a little bit more. So I'm going to start with, let me see, I think I'll start with a bit lighter right here. So I'm going to start with this gray right here. And this is a Luxie brush. I'm just going to put a little bit on. And just start on the outer V here, darkening this up a little bit. Bringing it in toward the lash line. I'm going to add a little bit more. And I'll also bring it up into the crease a little bit. Like that. I just love these colors. Okay, so as you can see, I've added a little bit of depth here, and I'm going to blend that in. And I don't find they have a lot of fallout either, which is really good. And they blend so nicely. It's definitely worth, actually it's just a wonderful birthday present from my daughter. All right. So I've given it a little bit more dimension, and then to even take it up a little notch more, I'm going to get a little bit darker on the outside. I'm going to take my little Real Techniques brush, and I'm going to take this one here, and I'm just going to press it in and just pat it right on the outside of my eye there in that V area. Take a little bit more for the other side. As you can see, I'm just patting it in. And I'm going to bring it up just outside the eye a little bit. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my angled brush again, and let's see, I think I have another one. Actually, I'm just going to use the one I have for my brows. So I'm going to take that, and I'm going to go into the powder now, into the dark charcoal powder here. And I'm going to go along that line I did, the gel liner, and I'm just going to do that little flick again with the powder. And this will help it stay put for sure. And I'm just doing that little flick there, like so. Okay, so what I want to do is the bottom lash line, and I'm going to use some of the same colors that I had used on my upper. So I'm going to take this little smudger brush here, and I'm going to start with this color here, and I'm going to run that underneath. Like so. I don't like to use liner underneath. I find it too harsh, so I like to use powder. And then I'm going to take the next gray one that I had used right here, and I'm going to run that underneath. Like that. And then for the last one, I'm going that bit darker. I'll take my little pencil brush here from Sephora, and I'm going to go in here, and I'm just going to do the outside of my eye on this outside area. Like that. And then bring that up like that. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is blend that a little bit better too. So take my blender brush, it's clean, and I'm going to go around and blend underneath here. Okay, and so yeah, so I'm going to leave that for now. And now we're going to get into the sparkle. So this is the part I was looking forward to. Okay, so I'm going to take this little glitter glue right here, and I'm going to put a little bit in the lid. I don't want to stick it in here because I don't want to contaminate it. And I have glitter in the top of here already. So I'm going to dip my little tiny brush that it comes with in here, in the glue. And then just take off the excess. I will put their website down below if you are interested in trying out the glitter. This is the only time of year I would wear glitter. Is Christmas and New Year's. So then I'm going to take it and put it into the glitter here. So you just put it on either side so I have it ready. And then I'm just going to press it into this part of my eye where I want it to be glittery. I'm going to take it through here. It's so pretty. Add a little bit more. Like this. It's hard for me to see. My mirror is so far away. When I'm working on my face, when I typically do my makeup, I'm a lot closer to my mirror. All right, so you have to let it dry a little bit. I think I opened my, when I was looking down, I got a little bit up too high here. But I think if I take a Q-tip, it should be okay. All right, so I'm going to grab a Q-tip as it came up into the crease just a little bit, but it's not that noticeable. Okay, they have all different colors. This I have a champagne color too that I've used on my daughter when she had her makeup done for an occasion, and different people. They're really, really pretty. So as you can see, it is a little bit glittery, and I really like that. So even if I put my glasses on, you can see through the glasses. The glitter. Yeah, so anyway, I really like that. So then the last thing I do is I'm going to take my brush, and I'm just going to clean up on the outside here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this color here. It's more of a neutral, really light skin tone color, and a little bit of the white. And I'm just going to go underneath here, underneath that V area, on either side, just to lighten that up. I don't usually put the glitter in here because I wear glasses, and also I don't want to accent any of the crepiness inside my eye here. So sometimes I'll just put a little bit of the white there. There. So there's my eyes. I hope you like them. Okay, so then we're going to go back to my my cheek area, and I'm going to do a little bit more, give it a little bit more color there. So let me see, what do I have my, oh, first I'm going to add my bronzer. So I have my butter bronzer that I use, and I'm going to go into that and bronze my face a bit more. Down my nose. So. And then I'm going to take a little bit of my Hourglass. I have the powders here that are highlighting powders. And I'm going to take a little bit of that. And I'm going to take my big It ball brush here. And what I do is I just slide it over all three of those. And then I'm going to pop it on Gives a little bit of a glow. Okay, so then I would add my blush on top of this. So I would do double blush, and you know what? I think I have forgotten my blush. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go grab my mascara and the blush that I'm going to use, and I'll be right back and we'll finish that off, and then we'll do our lips. And I got a glittery lipstick too. I'm not sure if you're going to like it, but I thought we'd give it a try. Okay, so I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So I have decided to put my party top on and my jewelry, so I'll have the finished look for you. So I have my glittery, silver glittery necklace and earrings and my glittery eyes. And so yeah, so I'm almost ready to go. So, okay, so I haven't finished my, my blush. So what I'm going to do is put my blush on. And I'm going to use my, this is the MAC Gentle that I'm using. And I have used it before in my videos, but I really like it. So I'm going to put that on, and I'm just going to pop it on the cheek. Bring it up high, and kind of in a C motion here a little bit, just around the eye. I'm going to bring it out here, this side, and I like to use, oftentimes I'll pop a little bit just in the eye area here, just to bring it all together. All right, and then I'm going to take a little bit of the highlighter that I like to use too, and this is Soft and Gentle for MAC. And I'm going to pop a little bit on, let me see what, I'm just going to use this. This is a Morphe brush. It's a very small brush, but I like to use just a little bit. I'm going to get a little bit on there, pop it right on the top here, and a little bit right here. So when I smile, it pops out. Now, I do have glitter on the eye. I don't see glitter on my face, so it's just a little bit of shimmer, so that's okay. Like I said, I wouldn't wear this every day, but it is a special occasion, so. And we might have pictures taken too there, so. A little bit there, a little bit here. All right. And I'm going to finish off my mascara. I'm using my Lash Princess, Essence Lash Princess for my final coat. And I use this on the top, like so. And then I will use my bottom lash mascara, which is the MAC Lash Extended Play Black. I always get that wrong. It's a Black. And I'm going to put this underneath. Like I said, I don't use liner, just use a little bit of shadow there and a little bit of mascara. Now you don't have to put mascara down here. I wouldn't have to add it, but I like to, it just opens up my eye a little bit. So I'm going to add a little bit here. And then I'll just do little tips on the end here like so. Okay. So that's it. That's it for my eyes. The only thing, as you can see, missing is my lips. So I have two options here. I have a red lip that I'm going to either wear a red lip or a berry lip with a little bit of sparkle. So the red lip, I have the MAC Cherry pencil, and I have the Chanel lipstick. It is in Rouge Allure 99. So I will show you that if I can pop it out here. So this is the Chanel red lipstick, which I'm pretty excited. My husband got me this when we were out shopping. He bought it for me on my birthday. So I have never owned a Chanel lipstick, so I'm loving that. And the other option I'm going to use is the Nightingale from MAC. It's more of a berry pencil. And then this one I bought is called, it's from Hard Candy. It's called Glitterazzi Press and Play, and I thought that would be fun. So it is a berry color, and then you press your lips together and get a little bit of glitter. So what I'll do the red lip first because it'll be easier to remove, and then I'll put this one on, and you let me know which one you like better with the look, okay? So, okay, so let's start with the red. I'm gonna outline. And I'm gonna fill it in just a little bit. And then I put my lips together there. And then I'm gonna add my, my Chanel lipstick. And there's my red Chanel lipstick. So that's the look, my party look with the sparkly eyes and the red lips. So how do you like that? Okay, so that's the red. So what I'll do is I'm going to take the red lipstick off and I'll show you the other one. So I'll be right back, okay? Just be a second. Okay, I'm back. So I'm going to be using this product right here. So it's more of a berry color. So I'll start with lining with the berry. I don't think I'll fill in with this one. My lips are pretty dry because in the instructions it says your lips should be dry when you add this product, and then you're going to let it dry and then you're going to smush your lips together to show the sparkle. So let's give it a try. Okay, I'm going to let it dry for a second. And then you're supposed to press your lips together. I don't know if you can see, but there is bits of sparkling coming through the lipstick. Now, because this is more like a liquid lip, it is drying, a little bit drying. And so I'm going to add a little bit of gloss. Now this is the lip gloss from MAC, and it's one of their newer ones, the Shine products that they got out last month or so. I'm going to add a little bit to it. Oh, that's definitely more sparkly. Okay, there you have it. My battery's dying, so I gotta go. So anyway, how do you like this one? So let me know which one you preferred, the red one or this very sparkly one with the sparkly eyes. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed my get ready with me to go to my Christmas party. And again, just want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas, and I will be seeing you in the new year. So please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and give me a thumbs up. And if you're already a subscriber, I am so happy you're here, and we'll be seeing you in the new year. Okay, take care. Have a great day. Bye.